Belly fat, easiest to gain, hardest to get rid of. And not only does it knock your confidence, but it's actually one of the most dangerous places to store fat. And with the shift in the world being more and more sedentary, especially if you work from home, it becomes easier and easier to gain that belly without even realizing. Most people try and fix it with doing endless sit-ups or busting out 100 air squats in between meetings, like that's going to solve the problem. But these are some of the worst exercises you can do because they barely burn any calories. And no, you can't spot reduce your stomach fat just by doing stomach exercises. So let's get the obvious out of the way. The best exercise for belly fat isn't actually going to be in the gym. It's going to be having some self-control and learning how to manage your nutrition. However, even though diet is the main driver, some exercises will just burn way more calories than others. And the more calories you burn, the more fat you burn, and the less that belly will stick out. So in this video, I'm going to show you the top 10 exercises that burn the most calories. And stick around to the end because I'm going to put it all together for you. One HIIT workout you can do in the gym and one HIIT workout you can do at home. You can start doing every single week. Okay, first up is medicine ball slam. So grab your medicine ball, put it right in between your legs and then pick up, squat down, lift it as high as you can and then slam that ball through the ground. How I envision it is imagine there's something in the ground below, maybe it's gold, maybe it's cash, whatever it is that's going to motivate you. Imagine your only hope of getting that is to slam that medicine ball as hard as you can through the ground. Use your whole weight, bend your legs, squat down as you come down, really drive it through. What you don't want to be doing is just lifting the ball up and dropping it. It's not called a medicine ball lift, it's called a medicine ball slam. So slam that ball through the ground and then make sure you put your medicine ball away once you've all finished. Okay, next up is going to be battle ropes by the looks of things. My favourite variation is the one you can see right there. Just grab them both and do them simultaneously. Makes a nice little pattern in the middle. If you can't do that yet, no problem. Just grab them both together and slam them up and down as you can see there. That's going to be a lot easier. If you can't do that just yet, again, no problem. Just do one at a time, not simultaneously, individually, until you build up that strength and that stamina to do both of them. How I measure this is I just set a timer, usually for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then I just go all out as hard as I can until that buzzer hits. Okay, next is going to be box jumps. Make sure the box is all steady. And then, as the name would apply, just jump onto the box. Aim for the middle of the box. You don't want to be jumping too far because you might fall over and go on the other side and injure yourself, and that would not be great for fat loss. Use your arms. You don't need to squat down all the way down. Just a little bend in the knees is fine. Use your arms for momentum and then just jump up. And if you haven't got a box available, no problem. So we're going up, we're just going to go horizontal. Go as far as you can, breathe in. Again, use your arms for that momentum and then make sure you're absorbing the impact by bending your knees. When you are coming down from the boxes, make sure you step down lightly. You don't want to be jumping down and smashing up your knees. And when you're bringing your legs up, all you're trying to do is bring your feet to the box. You don't need to go higher than that. You're just bringing your feet up to the box level. What do we have here? This will be TRX rows. TRX rows not going to be great for burning some calories, but they're going to be great for strengthening up your back and improving your posture, which is great if you're going to be sat at a desk all day. So grab the TRX handles and then just lean slightly back, and then all you're going to do is row. Bring your body to the cables. Keep your body in a nice straight line, as you can see there. If you want to make it harder, just step down, and if it gets too far where you feel like your feet are going to fall off, just dig your heels into the ground. And if you find that too hard, no problem, just come more upways, horizontal ways, and that's going to make it a lot easier. And then you can obviously week in, week out, as you get better and stronger, you can bring those feet down to make it harder and harder. Aim for 10 to 12 reps. Keep the movement nice and controlled. Keep your elbows tucked, and you'll be well on your way. Okay, next. I know we all hate this one. Sorry, I did have to include it. It is great for burning calories, and that is going to be good old-fashioned burpees. So all we're going to be doing is coming down into the push-up position, doing a push-up, then bringing your legs to where your armpits are, and then doing a jump. And if you can't do the push-up, no problem. Just bring your legs back and forward as you can there, and then jump up. And again, if you can't do the jump, no problem. Just stand up and repeat. As you start to get stronger, as you start to build your stamina up and get fitter, you will work up towards this. Okay, next we have the good old-fashioned kettlebell swing. So place the kettlebell in front of you. To begin with, just make sure you've got a nice solid grip, stand up in a straight position, and then all you're going to be doing is leaning back and swinging forward. Just bring your arms till they're parallel with the ground. There's no need to bring them any higher than that, and then just swing it between your legs. You don't need to squat down. You don't need to bend too far over. This is just a swing. It's going to be great for your core strength, as well as burning some additional calories. One tip I do have for this one, as you bring the kettlebell up, squeeze your butt as hard as you can. Okay, next we have the clean and press. Bring the bar as close to your feet as possible and then deadlift the bar up to get it in position. And all we're going to be doing is bringing the bar up and pushing it up, as you can see there. Points to note, bend your knees on the second push as well. So it's not just a straight shoulder push. You are bending your knees to get that dip and the momentum. Bring the bar down. You don't need to bring it as far down as I am. You can bring it just below your knees. Treat this movement as two separate movements. So I take a breath on the bottom part of the movement and a breath at the top part of the movement as well. And if you don't have a barbell, no problem. You can just use dumbbells. Okay, up next is the assault bike. First, make sure you've got the seat in position and it is locked in. Whoever used this before me clearly didn't want to be stable. How I approach this one is I will look at the timer on there and I will do 30 seconds moderate, and then as soon as the 30 seconds hit, I'll go 30 seconds all out as hard as I can. I'll do that about 2 to 3 times depending on where I am in the workout. And anyone who's used this machine knows this is not an easy machine. It is one of those ones where you will find yourself, shall we say. Okay, next is the rowing machine. So think of this as one motion. The first part is going to be your legs extending, followed by bringing your hands to your chest. Keep your elbows tucked. You don't want them high. At a nice neutral position is going to be absolutely fine. And make sure you're breathing out as you explode up. How I approach this one is I will look at that calories per hour mark and I'll try and keep that above 1,000. So work out what works best for you. Maybe you start at 700, 800. Try and keep that up. And then I try and do this for 500 meters. You can do 3, you can do 400 meters, whatever works for you. But try and keep that calories per hour mark consistently. Set a target and keep it there consistently throughout the duration of your sprint. And then we have the last one, which is going to be walking lunges. Keep your knee directly above your foot and lean your torso slightly forward whilst keeping your back straight. Imagine you're trying to bring your knee as close to the ground as possible without it actually touching. Perfect. So we have our exercises, and as promised, I'm going to show you how you can put them all together. Now, what I'm about to show you is just a suggestion. You can mix these exercises up any way you wanted. This is just how I approach them. But with that being said, there'll be one you can do in the gym, which I'll do now, and then one you can do at home. So first one you can do at the gym, and this is actually the one I used to do when I used to cut weight for a fight, and I used to do this once a week. So I know it works. Number one, start off with the clean and press. This is probably going to be the heaviest movement. I do this for 10 reps. Don't go too heavy because you will start to fatigue as you do this. I don't want to injure you. Once you've done 10 reps of that, I go straight into kettlebell swings, more of a lighter weight, and I go for 15 to 20 reps. Once I've done that, I'll go straight into medicine ball slams, bit more heavy, bringing the reps down to 10. Plus, it's a slow movement, so it gives me a bit of a chance to get my breath back. I then go straight into 10 box jumps. At this point, I am definitely questioning my decisions. And then lastly, I'll finish that off with a 500-meter row. Remember what I said, trying to keep that calories per hour above the 1,000. I'll do this for 3, 4, maybe 5 rounds. I'll try and take 2 minutes in between each round. I don't want to give it too much time. And then I'll finish off with the assault bike. Like I was saying earlier, 30 seconds moderate, 30 seconds all out, and I'll just repeat that 3 to 4 times, no rest. Okay, so that's option 1 for the gym. Option 2 is a home workout. All you'll need is a pair of dumbbells. Number 1, we're going to be starting off with clean and press again with the dumbbells, but this time we're going to be going straight into burpees. So I'll put it on screen now. For every clean and press you do, you'll then come down into a burpee before coming up, picking the weights up and going back into a clean and press. Use that dumbbell as like a grip for your push-up. Again, if you can't do push-ups, just bring your legs back and forward. Do this for 10 reps. By the end of that, you should be pretty gassed anyway, but we're then going to go straight into walking lunges. Depending on how big the area is, go for about 20 to 30 seconds or 10 on each leg. And then from there, we're going to go into battle ropes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You haven't got battle ropes at home. No problem. You can use dumbbells. Just raise them up one at a time, or you can mix it up. Light on the load, and you can just do punches for 30, 40 seconds using the dumbbells. And then lastly, we're going to finish off with some squat jumps. If you got a box at home, great. If you don't, just do what I said earlier, where you jump from one side of the living room to the other. Perfect. Now, do not make the mistake of thinking you can just do this a couple of times a week and the fat is going to drip off. If your sleep, nutrition, strength training isn't already on point, it's not going to do anything. And if you work from home, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, this stuff matters even more. So if that does sound like you, and you want to know what you need to be focusing on for your lifestyle, there'll be a link in the description where you can book a 15-minute audit with me. We'll take a look at what you're doing, why you might not be getting the results you wanted, and what you actually need to start doing going forward. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and then watch this video next.